Peace. I'm Heaven.
And I'm Peezy.
And we're Heaven and Peace. Okay, but on a serious note. I'm Heaven. I am an adult content creator and a phenomenal pole dancer. I'm also Peezy's lover.
I know that's right. I'm Peezy, adult filmmaker, I should say. Adult filmmaker, editor, full-time calisthenics athlete, you know, whatever you want to call me. Big nerd, you know, big reader, you know. Chef in the kitchen, you know, I be cooking. Yeah, that's me. And this is the Slow Unfold, a new series that we're really just getting into, where we just be chopping it up. We just be chatting it up.
Yeah, just giving y'all a glimpse of us while our clothes are still on.
I like that.
Alrighty. Let's get into the first question. What is the goal of your content and intentions behind creative content?
I feel like the goal of our content has changed over the past few years, but I'll say ultimately the main objective is to showcase Black intimacy and erotica in a more realistic, relatable, and I'll even say a more like healthier light. I know me, like when I would try to watch adult films, it was really hard for me to see the kind of videos that I like that resonates with the kind of sex that I have. You know, like I'm a passionate girl. I love some sensual shit. I like it slow. I love for, you know, my partner to cater to me and really prioritize my pleasure and just take his time. I love for everything to be intimate and just very much like deep. And it was hard to see that in mainstream porn, especially when it comes to a Black couple, or at least like, you know, a darker woman. So I just thought, hey, since I can't find it,
I'll create it.
I'll just create it.
Nah, that's absolutely real. I completely agree with that. One of my goals is to just showcase Black love, to put us on a pedestal, to show that it does exist in the world. It's not all bad. There are people, us, who can actually like live in harmony and co-create and become better people while we do it. This whole process of just creating the content even opens the door to like just feeling free. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I it's like I'm doing what I want to do. You know, I'm creating the things that I'm just already doing, and I get to express it and I get to share it. So it's like freeing as well in its own right, and I really love that as well.
I also want the women who watch my content to see, you know, these pieces. And also, I want to reassure them that you are more than deserving of pleasure. I want them to see my content and understand that you can have amazing sex. You can have positive sexual experiences. You can have spiritually healing sexual experiences. And the O gap doesn't have to be as big as it is. Just own it. Own it. Own it. When I make those get ready with me videos, it's a reminder to myself that the more I pour into me, the more I love on me, and the more that I put myself on a pedestal, you know, when it comes to like my appearance and making me feel good, the more likely I am going to have an enjoyable experience with my partner.
Right.
And then I also want my intentions behind some of our scenes, especially the more like artistic ones. It's really just about paying attention to detail. The little things matter when it comes to building this chemistry and building up the sexual tension before going into it. Like, even when we set up the room, it's not just, we're not just setting up a scene just so that we can fuck on camera. We're setting the scene because this is an environment that we're curating, and it's going to influence the kind of sex that we're having.
Right.
And I want people to understand that, like, you can do that too. You know, it's not just like a fantasy thing, but you and your partner can definitely set the vibe in your crib. You know, throw some rose petals on the bed, light some candles,
make it
burn
sexy.
the incense. Yeah, make it sexy.
Make
like,
it feel good. Make it smell good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Make it the whole experience.
Play with the senses. Like, make it an experience. Exactly.
Yeah, because that's exactly what we're doing already. We're having an experience, and I guess another intention behind this is just to also show that you can be creative with it. You know, that you can have fun with it. You, like you said, create the environment that you want. It's a sensory thing. You know, you get to explore the senses, like playing with sensory deprivation. Another reason to add to it is just to show like that you can just try different things. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, then you don't have to try it again. For example, the shibari stuff that we do. I never in my life thought I would like to get tied up. You know what I'm saying? And trying different sensory things and being blindfolded, because I'm claustrophobic and you cannot leave me in this small space without thinking that I'm going to, you know, because I told her one of the first times she tied me up, please don't leave out the room.
Bro, no. I remember one time I had to leave the room. I had to use the bathroom so bad. And he was tied up, and it was right before we were about to, like, get into it. And you were like, you're coming back, right? And I was like, yeah, like, I'm oiled up and naked. Like, where am I about to go? He was like, no, I gotta ask. Like, you're gonna come back. And
yeah, I had to make sure, because that shit is, it's not a game. That is not a game.
As I'm walking out the room, he's like, babe, you are coming back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying things. That's also what's gonna enhance the experience and just make sex better. Also, close the O gap. Try things. Figure out what you like. Figure out what you don't like. If you don't like it, then that's just something that y'all can laugh about later on.
Yeah. Try breathing. You know, try a little meditation. We record it sometimes, but like whenever we have like the bathtub scenes, like whenever we do like a massage beforehand, we want to show like that build up. That build up doesn't just have to be with toys. You know what I'm saying? That build up can be intentional and like heartfelt from a loving place rather than like a lustful place. And so yeah, I think it's really cool what we do and the way we express it, because it just shows us on a whole different level. You know, it shows we're not just having sex just to have sex. We're doing everything that leads up to it to make the sex even more than what it is, to make it a more fulfilling experience for each other and not just for ourselves.
Yeah, and sometimes it can happen hours before we actually have sex. Sometimes it happens days before that one scene that y'all might see. But yeah, the buildup can be as slow and passionate and intimate as you want it to be or as you need it to be. Like, you know, it can involve practices that are healing to the mind and body, because I'm one of those people who can't really, like, I don't feel comfortable functioning, or I'm unable to function in that space if I'm disrupted somewhere. You know, my body's too sore, I'm not gonna want to have sex. If my mind's too cluttered or I'm stressed, like, I'm not in the headspace to even have sex. So some of our practices helps heal that, so that we can get to the fun stuff. I mean, obviously that's not the purpose, but you know, it helps us get to the fun stuff.
Yeah.
What is the O gap for the people who are going to ask in the comments?
So when I say O gap, I mean the orgasm gap, because far too many women are not having orgasms. Just because you squirted does not mean you're having an orgasm. And a lot of times men aren't having orgasms either. Just because you ejaculated doesn't mean you're having an orgasm.
Because when you have that full body, bitch, like that motherfucker that had your, that how you you ain't have it. And I ain't talking about just because you're getting some good head, but I mean like a full body orgasm. It feels so ethereal. It feels so like spiritual. It feels so soul cleansing. It feel like you're not on this bitch no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure like it's different for women, but just because I know like you can breathe into it.
You can have a breathgasm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially you, because I mean you've done it before. I've never done that. I mean, women are fucking magical, but
I be coming. Even if we're just talking about like what most people's idea of coming is, which is ejaculation or whatever, it's still like the ratio of men to women, like, and that can be changed. There are a few ways that we can change that, but I advocate wholeheartedly for women to own their fucking orgasms.
mm-hmm.
Okay? He gonna come anyway.
We gonna bust anyway.
They're going to get theirs.
Anyway, whether you want me to or not.
You go like, I'm all for being a pillow princess, but baby, sometimes you gotta be a sexual soldier. You gotta just go in there, get your nut. Cause he's gonna get his, okay? If you have to experiment with, toys, like we were talking about, like kink, figure out whatever tools
But tools of the trade.
The tools of the trade, breathing, breath work. Even if you gotta, give yourself a little moment, explore with you first, and then get up in there with him. Fellas, don't be intimidated by the toys. That's your teammate, okay? Teamwork make the dream work. A lot of y'all be way too intimidated by the Rose toy. Once the battery dead, it's not gonna beat you up. Like, you're fine. You're fine. Work with it. Okay? And ladies, like, breathe. Please stop holding your breath. Please breathe.
Nah, the niggas need to stop holding their breath too. That's why they be busting so fast. I know that. You know why I know that? Because I do it.
You said it's me. I'm niggas.
It's me. I'm a part of the niggas. I'm not just saying it because I've never done it.
Yeah.
Nigga, I do it. I still do it sometimes to this day.
Right. We're not gonna say anything that we have not experienced. Like, I be reminding myself, like, bitch, breathe. But yeah, like the O gap is the orgasm gap, basically, because there are too many women that are not coming, and it is your birthright to experience this immense pleasure.
Yeah.